Well, good morning. I'm fine. Make sure I know where the camera is here. Let's see if we can do this. Hot dog. Well, I figured on live because yesterday I've got a little bit of an agreement with the father-in-law that he doesn't want to be on camera, so I kind of shut it off pretty quickly there yesterday because he's not really used to all that stuff. Here's my storage. I usually like to stream this stuff in like a fairly, well, that's a lie. I've made some videos in a pretty messy shop a couple of times. I usually like to have my video on a clean area of the room, and that's the bona fide truth. So, yesterday, just after we got off the camera, we put in some of the floor. Weren't able to put in as much as I wanted to, but here we go. So that's happening. It's also a Monday morning, so I don't imagine. Well, it's a holiday here in Canada. It's Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving. I don't care if your Thanksgiving's next week. I'm not going to say Thanksgiving to you next week. It's this week. So yeah, I wanted to show the floor. I wanted to apologize to John Dilly. Just gave a nice little super chat, and then it all fell apart there. I've got a little bit of a plan for the father-in-law. We've got an agreement. No cameras on him. However, I have a feeling I'm going to forget. And I'm going to get him right on camera. To the point that if he walks into this room, one of the first things that he does is checks to see if Ron's on camera. Like if he doesn't want to be on camera that bad, we'll make it work for us. I'm a complicated character, but I've always found a way to make it around people's little roadblocks that they put up for me. It seems like life always has these little roadblocks that are made just for a single person, you know? And I'm the kind of guy to often notice that and to also find a way to get around it. So the father-in-law doesn't want to be on camera. So instead of putting him on camera all the time to make him learn slowly that he doesn't want to be on camera, I'm going to do it big time sometime so that we don't have our streams get canceled because he starts like when I'm on camera for a live stream. Hey, John. Right on, John. Sorry for leaving so quickly yesterday. I'm talking about that right now. So, you know, doing these live streams, you know, well, you know, you watch somebody on TV and you think to yourself, well, that guy's fake. And having done these live streams, I've got to admit completely that, you know, those actors are fake. And what I'm doing is pretty much fake, except for the fact that what I'm doing is, you know, I swear like a pirate. So me sitting here not swearing is fake, right? Is me sitting here, you know, trying to remember my stuff. Like I'm usually pretty flaky. I forget what I'm saying. I forget words, all that kind of stuff. Happy Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving to you, Pod Nick, MHB. Right on, Matt. Thanks for the second post there. Needed it. So yeah, it's people are on camera and they're putting on their best face. And that doesn't really mean that they're fake. It's just that it's your best self on camera. So when the father-in-law comes in here doing his everyday oh fuck this, all that stuff, right? I can't really have it on camera. Not only that, he doesn't really respect the fact that or people who are not in this, not just him, come on, give me a break, don't respect the amount of control and privacy that are required for one of these things to go off nicely. Like, you don't see me walking down through a train show being some like celebrity. I'm not the kind of guy to walk down the middle of the train show and have the camera in my face and have people trying like, shh, he's doing a video. I'm not that guy. So, and you know what? We live in a day and age today where narcissism is probably the most popular personality disorder around. Actually, it's so popular these days. It's not even a disorder anymore. It's a personality feature. Oh gosh. Full disclosure, the word that I like to use is altruist. I got so many narcissists in these. I'm just gonna ramble on because I got no models to build. I got models to build and all kinds of stuff, but it's like we're working on the floor. And that's what my spot looks like right now. You want me to go in there? No? Good. I heard you. I don't want to go in there either. So, yeah. Yesterday we were talking about, before we left off, we went over the one kit by Rusty Stumps. We went over what we want to do with the room. I've got another kit, and it's in there somewhere. I just got a ringy dingy dingy. So I've got another kit from Right on Track Models, and it's a factory. So there's 3 models to be built post haste when I get back. Okay, yeah, that's another topic I was talking about. So we got 3 models, lots to do, but where to stream it on? And I know you guys are all on YouTube here, and I'm only streaming on YouTube today. However, there's a huge audience out there, and that audience is not only the demographic that we serve on YouTube. Now, I recognize that over these last few weeks that I have tapped into some people who are doing live streams, their audience, and the audience is getting younger. However, my audience for the last 5 years on YouTube or more, I've had an account since 2008, but making videos since I don't know. I really don't know. Since then, I've always had a demographic of 65 plus. Well, it's actually been 40 plus, male, and on YouTube. And what the expectation is that they're always on at night because they work daytimes. So when you're in that demographic, most of the people are daytime workers and nighttime viewers. Good morning, Mickey. Thanks for stopping by. So why do I want to stream at other places? Because I can stream at all the places at the same time. Number one, it's easy. Number two, YouTube's not active in the morning, but I will be active every morning. I want to live stream Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday. And I'm going to try to do it at night. But when nighttime comes around, that's more of my family time. And regardless if it's a popular video or not, I'd rather spend time with my family. That's kind of like something I can't change all that much. We're going to do a nighttime stream sometime, but in the beginning, we're really going to try to establish this morning stream thing so that it's easy and convenient on my life, and that way I can excel and go all out instead of doing it when I'm not supposed to, when the family's around. And yeah, family is always number one, John. You're right. So that's why I'm going the hard route here. I'm going to stream at a couple of places so I can get that audience in the morning. We've got lots of Twitch. .tv and Facebook specifically. Facebook has a really retired crowd who are there in the mornings, right? So I imagine Facebook and Twitch will be really active in the mornings, right? But how can I test that? I'm a science guy. I do all these little solutions and stuff with vinegar and alcohol and glycerin and all this stuff, and I figure that stuff out because I've got the time of day to try things and make sure that the things that go wrong, I can fix them up. So if I'm streaming in the morning, I'll be able to take numbers of how many people were watching live, how many, all that jazz. And if I'm streaming at all these places and then collecting the numbers from all of them and then establishing after a few weeks which one's the most popular, then I can direct people that I'm going to be streaming here. Hey, Tom. Yeah, Thanksgiving is a couple of weeks later in the States. I don't know why that's like that. Maybe it's because winter's coming up here, Sorry about that. See you later, John. Thanks for stopping by, and thanks for your contribution yesterday, man. Thumbs up. Two thumbs up. Rock and roll, buddy. I really appreciate it. So yeah, it's going to be a pain in the ass for you guys on YouTube, except for the fact that I'm going to communicate with you how things are working. And we're going to do this live streaming thing with multiple channels. It's a pain in the ass. Nobody else does it, of course. But I'm going to have this studio is exactly what I've been dreaming of for the last few years. Like, I've been talking to Ken Patterson on the phone and on Skype and stuff like this, talking to him about this stuff, and he's got that massive basement, and he just likes to tell me like all the things that he's like, oh, clean slate, you got a clean slate there, Ron. Oh, you're so lucky. Like he just would love to be able to tear out some sections of his basement and redo it. Yeah, we got a nice kitty mascot, Skinny. Skinny is a male cat, and I'm telling you, that cat's a ninja, man. He catches rats the size of him. Yeah, I know. Say hi again. Yeah, that's good, boy. Yeah. No swearing. That's enough. Swearing. Making him sit on the dirt floor. You always tell when I'm not looking at the camera. So bottom line is, I streamed for a half an hour yesterday. Are you kidding me? You want to go outside? So I streamed for a half an hour. That ninja swearing kitty. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, I streamed for a half an hour yesterday. I figured I'd do a little bit today to just test this out to get people like I want to live stream on a regular basis, and I'm probably gonna be doing it in the mornings. If you watch it at night and it's like after the stream and all that jazz, and you feel like you missed everything, I want you to do me a favor. Good morning, whatever works. Hey, I think I watched your channel. Yeah, you've got a new channel, don't you? Just like maybe 2 years old. Doing really well, aren't you? I like your character. A little rough around the edges, but I like that. It's not a bad thing for me. So good morning. Thank you for watching. I actually have a few of your videos downloaded. Okay, talk to you later, Mickey. Thanks for watching. Okay, so back to that request. If you're watching this video after the fact, please comment down below. Just like you're chatting, like this chat thing here. Comment down below if you're watching after the fact so I can respond to you in the next video, because I pay attention to these things every day. So Mickey, have a great day. Happy wife, happy life. Slip some espresso in her coffee. It's always good to get them worked up. So, what today's plan is to sort out this video, get to the end of it. Today's plan is to, I don't know, because I'm not the boss. But this is where we're at. We're going to get this across the whole floor and probably get all this stuff moved over here so we can get rid of that floor and do that side. You just missed what you said. There it is. I just started over a month ago with a simple starter set. Oh, okay. Hey, no problem. That's the way most of us start as kids. And actually, that is a very intelligent purchase, because starter sets are, I'm a little flaky. So whatever I was talking about 2 seconds ago is gone. He gone. Those starter sets are perfect, because you get them for what, $200-300. That's it's kind of expensive to get started in. However, you could spend thousands of dollars getting things that you don't need. So that starter set has a lot of plastic engines and stuff like that. They're probably fairly good, right? Pretty good. And that's something cool to sit up on your bench and look at, or watch them go round and round and round. It isn't the amount of money that you spend on this hobby where you get your benefit. It is the amount of fire it is the size of the fire that you build in your belly. Passion. If you get that urge to just get out there and build something, my advice to you is to get out there and to buy some supplies. Think to yourself, what are these things made of? And just get the supplies. Pull the junk out of the garbage that looks like it should be on it. Go for the stuff that's cheap, and take your time. Because what happens is we come up with our own ideas for model railroading, and we waste a bunch of money planning and getting ready for a project that we never do. Right? So you spent a whole bunch of money and you never did anything. But if you just get yourself a bunch of supplies, don't do exactly what I do, but I got a big pail of scale wood right there above my finger. That's things full of wood. And this one right here is full of the small pieces, 2x4s, 2x6s. So I really don't have to buy anything. I'm a trucker friend. Friend of Vinny's. Oh yeah, right on. Sparky and Roy's. Right on. Yeah, I went to Ken's last November, and I went in the spring here again. I want to go again, but it's the kind of thing where I don't spend money to do these big things. Right on the Kato expansion track set. That stuff's really easy to put together, you know? Yeah, go for it. You like to watch the run, you like to run the trains. You build that fire within yourself and, keep those costs down. Don't spend your way into this hobby. Just build a fire in your belly. Inspiration, you know what I mean? So yeah, thanks for that. I like to give that advice to people, because I see people who say that, oh, I bought a box of micro engineering track. And the next thing you know is they glue it down to the table before they put wiring on it. Or, they spend $150 on track, the micro engineering track, and they glue it down. They got it wired, but it's wired wrong. You got to pull it back up and it's full of pieces of glue and all that junk. Yeah. So really what made me excel, and what also made it so that I didn't fall into the trap of losing all my money, was the fact that I built little dioramas. So I'm building these little 1 foot by 1 foot, 2 foot by 2 foot dioramas. The skills that I'm learning, yeah, that's cool. Most of us are. I work, but I know what you're talking about. I know what you're talking about. And if you build little scenes, like a little outhouse, some grass around it, a little path to a track, maybe a dirt road, put a car on it. The first time you do it, it's gonna look good to you only. Sorry to burst your bubble. But the thing is if you do it 4 or 5 times, all of a sudden you'll start to really like it. And, I've got videos on my channel, but also if you watch Luke Towen, he's not really a model railroader. I think he's just an artistic kind of guy, a really creative guy. And, it's frustrating to watch how successful he is, but he makes a mighty fine video. So Luke Towen does some roads and little dioramas, just like I do, but he does them better. And you know what? You watch a few of those, try to copy those little scenes, maybe spend $20 on that little thing and watch your skills grow. Build skills in a small way. Let's not do it 4 feet at a time. Let's do it 1 foot at a time, 1 foot at a time. Take it into the kitchen. And if your wife goes, oh, then you've won. That's the way it works. If you don't have a wife, ask your mom. You know what? Whatever. What's your name? Luke Towen started out as a model railroader. I used to talk to Luke when he first started making videos. He sent me messages a couple of times. He used to comment on my videos too. But once you go from 1,000 subscribers to 100,000 subscribers, that stuff all changes. He's got nothing left to learn off of me. So, but he's a good modeler, and you know what? I could be jealous of somebody, I'm still going to give them credit. That's altruism, not narcissism. It's important. What? Oh, that's your name is Ron? Whatever works for railroad is your name's Ron too? There's a lot of Rons in this hobby. Right on, and ATSF. I hear you. To tell you the truth, I kind of avoid watching his videos. Not because they disappoint me, but I feel that the videos that I've watched, I can see where some of my tips have. I feel like some of my tips are coming through in his videos, right? And then on the other hand, so and that's not to say he's plagiarizing off of me. Let me get to the end of the story here. What I think is that he maybe watched a video, right? And what if I watch one of his videos, then one of his tips are going to make it into my videos, and it's not going to be on purpose. It's totally going to be subconscious because I'm going to think, fuck, that guy was genius. And I'm just going to use it. You know what I mean? So, Ron, you're funny. uh, so it's not to say that he doesn't have great techniques and all that stuff. I've found that some of the techniques that I've been doing over the years is the techniques that he's been doing. And if I start watching his videos and using his language for how to explain these techniques, all of a sudden that technique that I was working on becomes this technique somebody else is working on that I have to go and watch their videos to make sure I know what happens next. In the end, you know what? As an artist, every model that comes out, I see glaring mistakes all over it. And I'm sure you do too. And I'm sure Luke Towan does too. But you know what? It's the beauty of YouTube, and the beauty of our hobby, and the beauty of being an altruist. I can say his name and not worry about losing any credit for myself. By osmosis, we all share ideas in this and learn from each other. Exactly. Exactly. Like it's not something you steal from somebody. You just learn it, and your mind just goes and files it. It doesn't file it in that guy's cabinet. It files it in yours. So, but that's a good point there. Luke Towan does these nice tutorial videos. I'm not really gonna do those. I'm gonna kind of do that Saturday morning kids TV art show. You know that Art Attack, where you see them. They got a studio. Cameras move around. They got nice tables with lots of supplies. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna build whatever I want. I'm gonna build cosplay costumes for my kids. I'm gonna build props. I want to build medieval props and stuff like that. I want to get some decorations. I want to make all the decorations for this room. I want to go all out. So yeah, we've been on for about a half an hour. I wanted to do an hour yesterday, but got cut off at a half an hour. And half an hour seems like a good time. Just getting started, getting back into things, having something to say, and not getting bored with all this yeah. No swearing. So I want to thank everybody for watching. If you're watching, please comment your name and where you're from before I shut off. It doesn't have to be state. It could be your country. I believe John Dilly is Australia. I have no idea though. Where are you from, Ron? Ohio, down to going to Phoenix. Right on. Now that that break's done, get on the road. So I want to thank everybody for watching. There you are. You just got here, creative. You know, as I'm doing these live streams, the notifications will get better off of YouTube. YouTube's horrible for notifications for people who don't stream on a regular basis, and I'm about to go off again, buddy. But the thing is I'm starting up a new schedule, and I'm just testing out the waters of when people are coming on and where they are. And I'm going to write up a legitimate schedule probably next week. Well, after the floor gets in, and I've got a table on the floor. The island. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I live in Tijuana. Whoa. I hitchhiked down there when I was 20. Hitchhiked down there from Vancouver, Ontario, or Vancouver, British Columbia. I went all the way down the coast, all the way down to the Baja. And wow. Dry heat. I love the swimming in the dry heat. Anyways, my friends, I want to thank you for watching. It's been a half an hour. Probably going to do this Wednesday morning, and then Friday morning, and probably Sunday morning. You know what? You're taking care of your family, buddy. That's good. Cordis, Ontario. That's north of Kitchener, is it not? I think so. That might be about an hour and a half from my house. I live in, close to Oshawa. Yeah. Okay, hour and a half from my house. I'm in Selkirk by Port Dover, south of Simcoe and Brantford, I guess. So yeah, that's us. Vancouver Island, rock and roll. I went to Victoria. I'll tell that story here. Why not? I hitchhiked across the country when I was 18 years old. I stayed in BC for a year. And I hitchhiked out of BC to just outside of Edmonton. Went through Banff, Rocky Mountain House, and all that stuff, hitchhiking. And then in Edmonton, we catched out on a train. And I rode a train from Edmonton to Winnipeg in the rough way. So anyways, that's my story of 1995. 1994, 95, maybe 93, I don't know. Anyways, starting to ramble, talk about stories I wasn't supposed to tell. Anyways, thanks for watching. This is the floor, and hopefully it's going to look a lot more stable really soon. Thanks again for watching.